just this thing's glitching just a bit. It's just Spectrum doing its thing again. Well, Spectrum, where even is the mouse? Okay, there we go. There we go. So today, guys, I'm going to tell you about the story about how one time which was just recently, I cheated the system while not actually cheating. So one day, so let's say it's just some like really boring. I think like a day. It was a day in early May. It was in fifth grade. So it was in fifth grade, and our teacher was like, "Yo, we're gonna do a math bucket." I'm like, and everyone was like, "Okay, cool." But I had a strategy. It was a very strategy. It was like a very like easy strategy that I could take advantage of. About I have feels like I can memorize things. Like I can't like sometimes I memorize like some things, but I can memorize most. I can memorize some actually a lot. There's just Spectrum doing this bloody thing again. Oh my god. Guys, whatever you do, never get Spectrum. Let me just keep going with the story. So what happened, was that, I was like, well, what if I just get all the questions wrong at first, since, like, I won't know anything, since I don't really pay that much attention in class, and I get myself a good score in Blooket. So I was like, that's a smart idea. So I was like, okay. So we started the bucket, and I was just guessing questions. Each time I got that wrong, I memorized the answer. I didn't write it down or anything. I just memorized that because I'm good at memorizing things. So I was memorizing stuff, and I was actually doing well. Like actually, so like I was doing pretty well. So then I start winning. It was in the cafe mode. Everything was cool and all. And then, I started, I'm very good at cafe. I have a strategy. Just do questions for 5 minutes, serve, upgrade, questions for 5 minutes, serve, upgrade. Then for the last 5 minutes, do as much as possible, and then serve all you can. Make sure you have the upgrades before. So, I was doing questions, I was memorizing them, you know, as I would do. And I was like in second, first place with this other guy, which obviously, since I don't have his permission to say his name, YouTube would absolutely destroy me. Um, so yeah, I'm not allowed to because of YouTube and YouTube stuff. Yeah, I think you'll get me. So it's me and this other guy. We're like fighting between first and second. Well, I mean, actually, I was in a good lead at first, but then he kind of caught up while I was slowing down my pace a bit, and yeah, so so that's what happened, and so I slowed down my pace, and I was like, okay, I'll win. So yeah, and I was winning stuff. I eventually did win, but when the game finished, the teacher started walking around looking at her scores for accuracy. My accuracy was 80%. Some other kid, the kid next to me, which obviously because of YouTube, I can't say the name. The kid next to me, you know, they got a 60% accuracy or something like that, and they had like a paper like full of the math questions, like full on like with the questions, all done and all done, all written out. I hadn't even touched my paper because I forgot to say this, but we were given the paper to do the math problems. Some kids didn't use it. Most did. I was one of the kids that didn't, and I got 80% accuracy. Oh, first the Roomba again. The bloody freaking Roomba. Oh well. So I hadn't wrote a single thing on my paper. I hadn't even touched it. Then the teacher looked at the paper, and then she realized, wait, how can you get 80% accuracy and then still get 84 accurate? Like, how can you get that score and not even touch your paper? Because she looked at my paper and noticed. I was like, And since like I couldn't be sneaky at that point. Like I wasn't caught. Like like I didn't get in trouble anyway. All I got is like all I got was like a mean stare from my teacher. I was like, okay, cool. So like I was like, oh yeah, I did the strategy. So like I did the strategy, and like I was like, oh okay, I did the strategy. Well, I told her about it. I was like, oh yeah, I just memorized the I guessed them and then I memorized them because I had no option but to tell her at that point. And then like my teacher comes over because the person that looked at it was like the she wasn't really like an assistant teacher. She was just like a teacher that helped all teachers. Like she'd go around like around fifth grade and stuff. She'd help other people, other classes, and she noticed that. And my teacher was like, "Oh, this," and then my teacher came up to me and started being like, "Blah blah 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 blah. This is not right. Look, you're even smiling about it," which I was smiling about it because I knew that I outplayed that like I I cheated the system without even cheating. Like I didn't look anything up. I just like I mean doesn't like memorizing all the answers like count? Like like I got them right. That's all that matters, right? I mean, like I understand because like we had like a state test and stuff like that, and like yeah, that we had the state test and stuff like that. And our teachers were like, it's bad for your development or whatever. The test, no, oh no, oh no. I was like, okay, cool. And I just kept doing the same thing. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And no one really tends to care. But then some kids came up to me and were like, Christian, how do you always win? I told some kids about the strategy, but good thing is that not many kids in my area or like at my school don't watch my videos. Only some of them know because I think they overheard or whatever. But only some kids know, and like thankfully not. Thankfully, no one will know about it unless this video goes like extremely viral, and then like everyone knows about it. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, Christian, the kid with like the Blooket strategy. I'm gonna be like, yeah. So yeah, that's like it. But like this video's never gonna go viral with an average like 20 views per video. I mean, my New Jersey slander video did pretty well, and yeah, that was pretty nice. I also just telling y'all, check my New Jersey slander video. It's actually a good video. I'm about to crash this guy. Go check my New Jersey slander video. It's a very good video. I'll make another one in a couple of days. It's gonna be a since I was in Peru this summer. I got here a couple of weeks ago. I was in Peru, and yeah, so like I was Peru now. I was in Peru now, and like I just did my own thing, and yeah. So I'm gonna do Peru slander since I was born there. Like I know the areas. I'm gonna do a capital city one, and then a couple of days later, I'm gonna top that off with a full country one, and then from there, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do for slander videos. I'm thinking I'm doing a Florida slander video, but the thing is, I've only lived here for like a year. Like, I don't think I'm that like experienced enough for like to like know like all like the stereotypes and all. Like, since I lived in New Jersey for like 5 years, I know all the stereotypes. Like, where's this? Where's that? I lived in Florida for like just a year. I'm not even a year. Let me see, four. Yeah, I have a week left until I've officially been here for a year. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna do some other stuff. I'm gonna maybe post some other content, like maybe like similar like this. My screen is having a seizure. See you guys in the next one. It'll be soon.